Welcome everyone to my quick and dirty Sparks Dominion 6 Pretender Overview video. A couple of disclaimers, just my own opinions. I don't think there's a single video online for the Spark of Divinity mod Pretenders for Dominion 6, so it'd be good to have a little content out there maybe, and I'm just getting a little practice in recording again. So, yeah, let's jump right into it, because I hate when videos have gigantic intros. So I'm not going to be going over every Pretender for the Sparks mod. I suspect some of them probably haven't even been played once because there are so many of them, they are so diverse, and they're all so powerful too. This is going to be mostly multiplayer focused. You could probably take any of these gods into a single player game and dominate because they're all very strong and the AI is stupid as fuck. But let's go ahead and just start out with some quick reviews. I'm not going to rank these and put them all into different categories. I'm just going to give you my thoughts on them as I come to them. We're not going to cover every single one. Just going to go for a couple different nations to get the major pantheons in and try to give you some content maybe to listen to on a car ride like I have to do in my work all day. So, starting off with Tianqi, because we have a lot of pantheon and some special ones up in here, and we'll cover a lot of them from here. So, the Ancestral Barrow. This guy, I give him an okay. Ancestral Spirits, you know, they're alright. Greater Ancestral Spirits, they're better. And you basically get a lot of that and you get some Death Path. It's got an 8 Spellcaster, it's got Fear 10, it summons. Sadly, we can only really just give this one an okay for the Sparks mod. You know, it's immobile, it's nice, it's got okay paths, only costs 40 for new paths. All this is very nice, but at the end of the day, Ancestral Spirits just aren't good enough to compete with some of the better shit you can get. And for almost all the Pretenders where it grants, you know, extra things, paths, it's alright, it's okay. It's, you have to have high candles for it typically. I'd rather have the raw power most of the time. Moving on to our next one, the Daibutsu. Oh my gosh, this guy looks friggin' epic, so, you know, picking him for the sprite, totally justified. You get the Unrest Reduce, which is nice here, another innate. Something you'll find for most of these Sparks Pretenders in general. They typically have an innate spellcaster, or they have affliction resistance, or they have recuperation, which makes all of them a lot more useful than the classic standard gods that tend to get 1 million afflictions as they try to do anything. So this guy's interesting. 5 starting commanders, not to be discounted. That's quite a bit. That can be quite a bit of research. The monks get Holy 2, which, let's just do a quick check. The monks naturally, where are you, monk? Monk go the 5-fold path. Where are you? Are you not even you're not even a thing? You're special? Ah, they are special. Interesting. So they come out as Holy 2, anyways. And may become Holy 3, which is pretty nice as well, especially for Tianqi. Now, I shouldn't get too much into the nations particularly, but I don't believe that Tianqi has much in the way of Holy 3s. Do a quick check on that. Holy 2. Yeah, we're not getting any Holy 3s here, so that's worth considering. I believe this one is special to the Tianqi line. There's some of the Sparks Pretenders that are special to each particular nation, and we're probably not going to cover all of this. I'm going to try to hit some of the highlights, as it were. So this guy, I'd give him a good 4 out of 5 for the immobile type. You get some extra monks from the candles, which is cool. You're probably going to have order skills. You have the order bonus here. You're going to have very low unrest. He's a nice little scales guy. You get a lot of early research. I think this guy's very playable. Yeah, we're going to give him highly playable. Probably doesn't get the 5 out of 5, which for me, the 5 out of 5 Pretenders are the ones that can just kick ass from the start, basically. Like, they have some sort of overwhelming force where it's going to be very scary to fight them in the early game. Sparks games tend to be pretty dramatic in the early games. Alright, to the next. The Statue of War. We're going to have to give this guy not so good, to be honest. Maybe at best a 3 out of 5. More like a 2 out of 5. I don't like this Barbarians and Bone Tribe spawning. I'd have to check. Likely the Barbarians and Bone Tribe still cost you upkeep. Increase the turmoil limit. I guess you could try it, with a turmoil nation of some sort if you really want to dump it. Maybe get the starting army awake, but I mean, these are fine units, but just compared to the kind of things you can get in Sparks, I'm not impressed, to be honest. Doesn't even research, doesn't even smith. Yeah, I just don't, in a world where you can get insane things like the monks of the previous Pretender, I just don't see where Barbarians and Bone Tribe come in to play, especially if they cost you money. You could test this guy and see if they're all upkeep free. Potentially, if they're upkeep free, I could see it, maybe. But yeah, I'm going to give this guy a no. Actually, let's even think, it might downgrade it to like 1 out of 5, to be honest. Moving on. The Statue of Mercy. Oh my, interesting. So we got the growth and the order bonus here. He's still an inept smith, of course, but innate spellcaster, as most of these guys are. Model is so good that it even goes up past the screen. So maybe a bonus point for having such a cool little sprite. I don't know though. Protection of Fate in battles, sure. If you get him to move around, bust up the Astral to 3 or 4, teleport around. Are you really going to want to do that with this guy? H2 priests and higher can cast Twist Fate. I assume this is an item they get. Usually the items you get from Sparks are cursed and cannot be removed. So it's not like you can pass it back and forth or anything. Oh yeah, I guess you don't have to teleport him around. The H2 priests just get Twist Fate on army. This is strong, but at the end we've got to give this guy a 3 or so. I don't see what it's bringing to the table. Twist Fate is great. But how are you going to fight somebody who's got, even the Barbarian guy from before might come at you with some Barbarians that could kick your ass through this. I don't know. Gonna go with like maybe a 2, maybe a 3, can scale a little bit to the late game, I suppose. You can always have Twist Fate, that's nice. New Magic Paths 40, that's nice. Maybe you do some kind of regen bless on it. Don't like it too much. Next up, the Statue of Wisdom. There's a lot of different sprites for this one. You can have it for lots of different nations. Gives the magic bonus, which is nice. Now this guy, as opposed to being useless in your capital, gives a nice inspiring researcher 4, which is much nicer, especially for your research. You start with a lore master, which notably can get any path. So we gotta give this guy a bit of value just for the fact that you can secure a lot of extra paths. And this one magic is actually deceptive. It's +2. You probably still don't want to very often go to magic 4 or 5. You start to get horror marks. Sure, you reduce unrest, but horror marks kind of suck. Notably, however, new magic paths cost 20. So we got to give this guy maybe a 4. Nice to have the research. Nice to have the inspiring research. You still get some extra units from it, mostly research type units. You probably want to pick this guy on some kind of mega research strategy. You'd want to line up a nation to hit a breakpoint really fast and get some really brutal spells out there really quickly. But this is especially the most tempting thing. You could also take a pretty big bless with this bad boy. You could take something, Awaken Incarnate even, with him. Get the big research. Yada yada. Alright, on to the next. The Statue of Creation. Statue of Creation, we get this nice scales type boost for sure. Amphibian, of course. Is it actually immobile? Hold on. Can this bad boy move around? No, map move 0. Huh, of course. 4 gems, which is nice. Apparently that's Earth and Nature. I assume that's 2 and 2, probably, without having loaded this in. You get some blessings here. Probably you would take this guy if you wanted the scales. and you wanted to do hard skin regeneration, I don't quite see it though. You can't break into other paths. You gotta stick with Earth and Nature. 80 is too expensive. You'd take someone else to break into other paths. Waste of points to do it. And I don't know. You really need the nation that wants a specific kind of Earth, Nature, Hellbless, plus all these scales. I mean, everyone wants these scales. I'm gonna put this guy at a 3 or so. I just can't quite see it. The gems are nice, not horrible, but probably not one of the dominators. Hard to make the case for him, really. Guess if you really want hard skin regeneration for some reason, then maybe that's the way to go. Shanta Murti. Ooh, who knows how to say it? Really cool sprite. Sprite 10 out of 10. For this guy here, got the nice luck scale +2. I've always been tempted to try one of the luck scale pretenders, just to get up to that luck 5. Really crank it, you know. We got 3 paths, which is nice. New paths only 40. Chance for a lucky event each month. Cool. Province income per luck scale. And also just get this unrest. It doesn't even matter where your luck scale goes, which is fun. Interesting comparison to the magic scales. Unfortunately, I think we still gotta give this guy like a mid-3, maybe a 2. I mean, luck is fun. Luck is cool. We love luck. It feels great to get the events. But, I mean, you're getting income, perhaps in a larger map where you can really, you know, leverage this insane income with a Scales Nation if you took 5 luck and, or 4 luck, I suppose. 4 luck, get that 12% province income. You know, you'd have a lot more money, definitely. But I think you're going to get dominated by someone who's got something insane to come and march on your cap. We're going to have to give it a 2 or 3, something around there. Idol of the Sun. We know this one already. We're going to give this one a 3 to 4, maybe. Let's land on 3. They get a lot of bless value. So really, this doesn't matter. Astral Fire Rituals, whatever. The thing itself doesn't matter too much. It's got its own awe, of course. You probably want to play to stack this with more awe, and then run at somebody. So it could be, I'm going to put it at about a 4, I think. New paths are not too expensive. You could do some kind of other crazy Hellbless. But you'll probably want to stack the Blessing Awe with this guy to get Awe +6. And then something else fucking crazy so you can run straight at somebody. But we like him. I think he's better than a lot of the previous ones. Probably better than an economic type god. Still immobile. Still an Smith. Idol of the Harvest. Yeah. The Harvest Blade is great. That's awesome. He makes gems. This guy's like a 1 or a 2. You can't be this. Again, the economic ones, I've never been in such a game, but maybe in some game that's really big, where you can leverage this economy. Gems are great, but you're just going to get run over by someone who's got a god that can make stuff that kills you, or a god that kills you themselves. Can't really advocate for this guy, sadly. Yeah, we're going to give him a 1, actually. He doesn't even really bring... Nature Mages gain H1. I don't know. H1 sucks. Why do you want H1? You don't want it. Harvest Blade is probably the best part about this guy. It is pretty sick. Look it up in the Mod Inspector. Statue of the Silent God. Alright, never been able to play with this guy, but I'm tentatively going to give him a 5. Soul Torn Horrors are insane. He can't start Awake, thank God, or else he would be at a 6 out of 5. Soul Torn Horrors are awesome. Look them up if you don't believe me. They're pretty great. Every temple gets a pearl, a slave each month. That's also insane. Blood discount 10, sure. Yeah, you get the horror marks. Yeah, you get the unrest. But your priest can also preach and get more Soul Torn Horrors. You probably have the magic, because you get the magic bonus. You just gotta have some kind of nation that's ready for all the garbage this guy's gonna bring. But you can most definitely use these Soul Torn Horrors with any nation this guy comes with to go and kick someone's ass. Now, you can't take other paths, so pretty much Astral Blood, but, you know, line yourself up for a late game Astral Corruption or something. I think this guy probably can win a game. It would be really painful to have all these horror marks going, But hey, you know, you pay for what you get, right? This is a lot of extra gems. You know, like compared to that previous guy I gave a 1 who gets some extra gems in fall. Well, these are guaranteed. They're every month. 1 pearl, 1 slave. Thank you. I'm gonna use that. Yep. That's all to say for him. The Plague Idol. Okay. The Plague Idol is probably... is interesting. He spreads disease. He's a plague carrier, but he also grinds disease. Probably going to get you a fair amount of death gems. Gets you the disease demons. I believe they're the same as the ones summoned from, you know, Send Disease Demon or whatever that fucking spell is. You get 1 per month, and then you can get some more. You're going to have disease commanders because this guy's going to disease some shit. Get some Queen Mosquito Assassins. I've not seen the chassis, but I believe they're pretty good. If only the disease demons were stealthy. I believe they're not, so it's kind of going to be hard to use them like disease demons, but you can always chuck them into armies like bombs. We're going to give him a 4 out of 5. I think these demons are going to be useful from... You probably want them awake. The demons will be useful from beginning to end. You know, send them in with your army, send them in alone. They're pretty good units. They're going to be diseasing the enemy too. They fly. Depending how good, you'd probably want to test out the Queen Mosquito Assassins. You definitely need to secure yourself a swamp. Maybe a 3 out of 5, but some other benefits to this guy too. I like it. Useful units. They do come as commanders, I believe, so you can put gear on them and stuff if you wanted to try to thug them out. You could possibly do that. Yeah. And, you know, you get these diseased soulless at each battle he's in. Maybe break into, Astral so you can teleport it around. Really be a disease spreader. There's probably some nations it works better with than others. The Idol of Watery Wisdom. This is just the Quickness Bless idol. Does have Inspiring Researcher, pretty nice. You get some extra water gems, you can recruit water mages, but yeah, this guy is, if you want a Quickness Bless. For that, I have to give him at least 3 out of 5. Could be a little better. I don't know. Water 2, Holy 1. Who cares? That's not that good, honestly. Maybe if you have no water access in your nation. Water mages gain H1, who cares? Not good. Yeah, it's the quickness guy. And you need quickness? You can even maybe break into one more path for some kind of helpless. 3 out of 5. The egg. Now this one's funny, and I'd love to try it sometime. They start with the egg aura. Gain population. Start with more population. Gets a new form. So you're really not even getting the egg, kind of. The capital population is, like, fine, but you're probably going to lose population, too, just for being over your pop limit. Especially depending if you have a wasteland or something like that as your capital. It's fine. It's probably not fine, actually. It's probably just not very good. You get one of the others, you know, that's cute. Why wouldn't you just pick one of the others? You're picking it for this population bonus, which is not going to be all that much money. I mean, he's kind of like a worse version of the economic, you know, ones. I wonder if after it transforms, it even keeps the egg aura. I suppose if you have a lot of old age mages and you want to take an unaging bless or something. Nah, I can't see it. 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5. Spirit of the Well. Oh, yeah. We're going to give this a nice little probably... I haven't played with it before, but I feel like this is probably a 4 out of 5. Maybe a 5 out of 5. Water gems, you know, you get some for free. Make some itself 3 per month. You get size 9 water elementals. Never seen one around. You get the gold and resource, so why even pick an economic guy? You know, you can get an econ one, or you can get this also kind of econ one that also gives you a shit ton of free dudes. Bottle of living water, one of the best items to have. You know, crank those candles up. This might be a 5 out of 5 actually with the right nation. You can probably do quickness on him too, better than, well, not better than watery wisdom, but you'd actually have a bunch of good bonuses. Yeah, we're gonna tentatively say, I have never seen one in a game yet, but tentatively 5 out of 5, because I bet you could leverage this. Imagine if you got a bunch of bottles of living water on turn like 3 or 4, and you have assassins on your nation, free expansion. I can see a lot of good, excuse me, good scenarios for this one. The Fountain of Blood. This probably doesn't matter. I don't think you want to teleport it around for Blood Rain. It's a great blood searcher, sure. We got the Fear 20, which is kind of insane. Sanguine Horrors are strong. You don't get that many. You get a lot of free blood slaves. You get the blood discount. I'm gonna say 4 out of 5. You can make it work. You get the free blood slaves. That's probably plenty. The discount is nice. These are effective. You don't get that many though. Almost like a worse version of the water one that we just talked about, the Spirit of the Well. Oracle. Okay. Dreamwild Legion is an insane spell. And you get some extra units, but I don't know. Spreads fortune, sure. Fortune telling 99, yeah, that's cute. I'm not seeing it. It seems worse than most of these immobiles. You can make him to teleport and cast Dreamwild Legion. Or her. We don't really, probably not very gendered, this fountain, this Oracle fountain. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5, mostly for Dreamwild Legion in battles. The rest, I'm not really sure. I rate it very highly. Whew. Alright, let's take a moment. We cleared out the immobiles there. Let's jump on to the Dominion 3. A lot of these are specialized for the TNG type line, / the Asia line. The Celestial Carp. Wow, gift of water breathing 500. We totally need that. No, we don't. Kills your population, eats corpses. Fear 5. We get the Divine Pebble, which does the Ashiashik. Sure, some info. Doesn't hurt. Does a stone skin too. Swallow is nice and fun. So smaller things, or greater than half, right? But smaller things get eaten instantly. It's kind of like a soul slay. Nice attack. Is he a super combatant? He stone skins himself. He gets income. And he creates a fortress. Huh. Interesting. I have not looked at this guy before. You could make him work, I think. Corpse Eater 5 is not very much hit points per month. You could make him work. He's got some upsides. I'm thinking about this one. I don't know. Free fortresses? Income too? He's not a good super combatant, but you could shake him like a stick at someone to scare them. We're gonna say 3 out of 5. But I feel like you might be impressed by someone using him. If they have the right bless and all that, maybe you give him... If you give him quickness, he can probably grab and swallow twice around. Only a chance of this weapon being used. Wonder what the chance is. His fist is not magical, which is sad, because most Sparks Pretenders get magical weapons. Very unsure about this one. Let's move on. I'll say 3 out of 5. A lot of flexibility here. You could do a lot with him. Yorai. A giant of divine heritage. He's got the Bringer of Fortune and the luck bonus too. He's got the province income per luck. You can summon a Gungeon. Confess I do not know what these are, but... Oh, okay, here we go. Earth, Astral, Holy, 100%. Meh. I gotta say, I don't think I like him. This guy is definitively not a super combatant. He's too weak. Protection 6. Yeah, I'm down. Nice path access, I suppose. Relatively. I feel like, what was our other luck guy up here? The Shantamuri? I feel like I prefer this if I was going for the luck. Look, you can get new magic paths for cheaper too. Yeah, I don't like them. I don't think you're paying a... What's this cost? 230? 190? Yeah. I don't feel like you're... I feel like you're paying up for a decrease in quality. We're gonna say 2 out of 5. At least he moves around and summons something, but not really that much. Yeah. The Lord of Floods. Ah, we love to see lots of attacks. The Earth Shake. Interesting. AoE 3. Defense negates, though. He does an earthquake around him all the time. And he's got some water magic, okay. He's got a little fear, a little recuperation. He gets some earth. This guy's funny. Let's consider. He likes misfortune, but then he tilts them back towards luck. So you get a few free design points, I suppose. You can't keep him at your capital, or else, well, I guess you could if you really want to cause misfortune for everyone. Kind of interesting. You can make your candles 10, and then you have a guarantee of getting everyone to 5 misfortune. And you can handle that better than most. That would be funny to do, for sure. That would be a fun build. But is it going to win you the game? No, that's not going to win you the game. That's going to make everyone want to kill you. Like, really quickly. And what else does he bring to the table, really? Not all that much. Not compared to most of the guys. You know, protection 18, head 16, I don't know. He's not a super combatant, really. At least his skills are kind of nice and okay. Kind of sort of okay. We're gonna have to give this guy a 2. Maybe a 1. I can't see it. 2, I guess. He can move around, go underwater, and, you know, he can fight stuff. Get some gems. But, yeah, this is hilarious, but it's not actually good. I don't think. I mean, prove me wrong, and give everyone misfortune 5, and they all get attacked by barbarians every turn. And their lands sink under the sea, maybe. Yeah, he goes underwater, so they can get the unique event where their lands sink under the sea if you really get that misfortune everywhere. Alright. A lot of these pretenders. Let's keep going. We're never going to get through at this rate. The Kami of the Earth. Okay. He's good at Earth Elementals. He has a weird weapon. He is not a super combatant, though. He does give you free Earth Elementals. Cute. Cute. Teaches Earth Magic. Bless gains +4 reinvigoration. Cute. Sure. This guy's pretty much a no from me. 2 out of 5. You could definitely do something special where you crank your reinvigoration up to like 10. I don't know. You couldn't take him with Olms. That's the thing that pops into my mind, you know. Have your Olms Mind Blast forever. Nice and easy. Maybe a Mage Bless. There's a possibility. I didn't really say it at the start of the video, but I consider like a 2 out of 5 rating here to be like, maybe there's a way to make it work, but I'm not seeing it. What bad armor? Take your robes off, bro. Put some armor on. We're at war. Celestial Dragon. Got the Dragon Gas. Typical. Got the Fear 5. Got all 1. That's a nice combo right there. Don't even need a Bless. Astral Magic. Woo. We love it. Turns into a Bureaucrat. We need less of those, I think, in the world. Okay. Well, sadly, can't evaluate too well. I don't know what the Tatsu commanders are, and we're not looking it up right now. He does look like could expand by himself with the gas, the tail sweep, the awe and the fear. Probably want some kind of bless. 3 out of 5. Moving on. Okay, this guy, the Celestial Soldiers, are fucking insane. They're super good. And you can just recruit them. Never seen him in game. He's probably a 5 out of 5. These soldiers are too good. He actually can also super combatant, probably, even from the start. He can probably expand. And give him a little something, he can expand. No head protection. Man needs a hat. Yo. It's a big ol' hat. But he can probably expand, given some help. And not even a bad chassis anyway. You got the combat caster on here, the inspirational, sure. But really, these Celestial Soldiers are crazy good. Look them up. Trust me, they're good. And you just get them everywhere. Yeah, 5 out of 5. Jade Emperor. Okay, as mentioned, I don't think I care about 5,000 population. Like, who cares? Sure, non-capital forts gain around 100. I mean, yeah. You get a Celestial Servant, maybe. Some good scales. I think this guy is in the same trap as the rest of the kind of economy commanders. Your nation better just have really, really good scales troops and mages to pump out with this slight bit of extra money, because people are going to be coming at you with Celestial Soldiers, and your scales troops are probably not better than Celestial Soldiers. So yeah, we're going to give him anything really to recommend. Wow, he doesn't even have like special abilities, he just scales. I do like this 3 combo. Now, we gotta say, gotta say 1 out of 5, I think, for this boy. Maybe 2 out of 5, he does summon some things. He doesn't get many Celestial Servants, but he gets some. But, you know, not that many, really. They're carrying, like, brooms or something. I feel like they can't be that good. I'd have to look them up. Okay. Economy of Storms. Casts Wind Guide. Okay. Interesting. And he does a area stun. Pretty epic weapon. Pretty epic berserker. Can be dangerous on a god. He might not finish his script before a little arrow nails him or something. Gets air shield on the Bless for free. If you manage to get to the Queen of Storms, you spawn a lot of scary stuff, but you probably won't get there. Or by the time you get there, the game is going to be a very late game, anyways. But he's scary with this area stun, and I'm not sure. You need armor for him. He wears nothing, so he actually probably can't, go expand if you're awake. You need to take him dormant or something. I'm not really loving it. I feel like you could do better than this, I think. Interesting. A bit scary. I feel like you're going to feel like he's going to destroy people and then put him in some armor and then something's going to kill him with some anti-combatant type spell. And you're going to be sad. I suppose if you have the right kind of archers. Nah, we gotta give him 2 out of 5. Okay, next up. The Dampala of the Underworld. Oh yeah, this is probably a 5 out of 5. You gotta be on the right nation. Maybe 4 out of 5. Gotta be on the right nation. But this one right here is what does it. This one right here. The blesses all friendly demons at start of battle. And you take a real hell scale. You'll be just fine having a real doom stack with this. Probably take it on Yomi, to be honest. Yeah, 4 out of 5, meaning, like, take it on some nations it could be good for. Definitely get some armor for, this fine one as well, because there's no armor here. Get some armor before you send it out. Yeah, wear your crown to battle, that's smart. Anything else to say? We're not going over everything for all these. Yeah, and not that impressive by itself. Amon and Jakku are pretty okay. This is kind of cute, but really, yeah, it's all about making some doom stack that no one can stop. The Founding Father. Imperial Footmen are also good. They're not quite as good as those Celestial Soldiers or whatever, I believe. Order 2. We got a bunch of swords and some horns. Cast power -1, he likes order, okay. Inspirational 2. I don't know. Order more than 3 starts to have bad effects as well. Imperial Footmen. I'd have to look it up. It's probably a Sparks special unit too, so we're not going that far. If you want to consider him, he might be a 3 if Imperial Footmen are good enough. I doubt it. I think he's a 2. He doesn't come out the gate ready to expand, really. At least not reliably. I'm gonna say 2 out of 5. Kami of the Moon. This is cute. Dark Vision, Solar Eclipse, so, you know, got some nice battle action. Very low chance, but you can get a Moon Mage Priest. And, you know, this is interesting. You can get Worldwide Darkness for a month. But I don't know. Can't expand. It's like an army caster. How early are you going to put that online? With your Sacreds. You could get a mage, but it's not very common. Probably another 2 out of 5. Maybe you can make it work. I'm not impressed. Guess you'd have the start site. That's probably the, probably some gems or something. Let's see, it probably says here. Let's skip on. We got a lot of people to go over. Fertility. Okay, we entangle. We're inspirational. We get some scales that are good. We can spawn Jigami commanders. Not very much chance until you build a temple. And Okami, sure, that's fine. So at least we're getting a lot of free stuff. Can't expand. Good nature access. Depends on the quality of the free stuff. Kitsunes are like casters. I think they're stealthy. I just don't feel like this % chance is good enough for me. You know, if you have 10 candles, then it's 50% chance to get 1 Jigami. You know, I don't know. You get some stuff. Through it, I think it's probably enough stuff. With these 3 stacking, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Moving on. Kami of the Sun. Okay, we got some scales, we got some awe, we got some flying. Sight Vengeance, always funny. No protection though. Not really that many hit points. Will-o'-the-Wisps are fun. And the priests get Sun Awe and Inner Sun in case you're worried about undead. Well, in case you're worried about blowing up undead after they kill your priests. And this is kind of funny. So this is interesting. Depending on the lobby, you could probably flux on some people with just this last one here. If you had the right nation, right setup, let's say 4 out of 5, because this is each month. And, I mean, it's only 25% chance, and it might make everyone try to kill you. There's a lot here, and if you put some actual armor on her, then she could do something, because this Sun Sword is pretty good, too. Small area Holy Fire, you know, not bad. And the Sight Vengeance as well. And the bonus to your priest. Yeah, there's some stuff here to like. I guess the new Magic Path 60, not great, but you get some good bonuses to your scales. I'm gonna put it 4 or 5. Maybe it's not quite as good as I'm thinking, but I think it's good. Bull Demon King. He can be a bull. Cool. Trampling. We love that. More HP. Get some Oxhead Demons. Fairly strong unit. Demon Commanders become H1 Priests. Who cares? Worthless. Berserker. Plus 5. Well, probably just from bull form we can expand out the gate, I think. Do we care about these other bonuses? Can't research. Demon, kind of a weakness. If you want to expand, you probably want something better, and if you want free stuff, you probably want something better. So we gotta say 2 out of 5. Lord of Knowledge. Alrighty. So we got some paths. We got, he inspires our researchers, and he's very good at researching. Always nice. The Sacred White Elephants are okay, but their morale is not crazy. But, you know, they're sacred elephants, so Sacred Trampler. One of my buddies tested this out, and the white elephants seem a little bit better than they are, but if you had a custom bless for them, they could be pretty damn scary. You could probably roll over someone with them. You want to give them a lot of morale and, I don't know, something else to help Tramplers. What's the bless that helps Tramplers? Thinking. What's the bless that helps Tramplers? Well, slowing weapons does, but that's stupid. Fate weaving, maybe? Yeah, you'd probably go like, I don't know, morale, larger fate weaving. I don't know. I think it could be dominant. Probably a little bit hard to make it work, but at least you also get the extra research, which is cool. We're gonna say 4 out of 5. Asura. Spear, Falchion, Plague Bow. So cute. Turmoil, Rakshasa Warriors. I really don't think this tag is good. You gotta be at least even Holy 2. I don't care too much, honestly. Wearing 3 crowns. You have 3 heads to, you know, if one head goes off, you're still alive. That's cool. Prot's okay. Skills are okay. A lot of slots here. A lot of slots. Turmoil. I guess if you really want that extra turmoil, it's got the cast power itself, so the stats go up pretty good if you fight in the turmoil. I don't know. Seems kind of bad. Seems kind of bad. Do you really want just a crazy super combatant when all these other gods can do such crazy stuff to your nation? I say no. I'm going to go ahead and say maybe I'm not matching this to others, but I say 1 out of 5 here. What are you going to do? Like, have him dormant and forge a bunch of stuff for him or something like that? I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay, this guy here. See, he's better off the bat because he doesn't need any friggin' weapons. He's already got sick weapons. And throws flames. And it's a trinity too. I think these two are different actually. They might not be quite as good as this one. You should test it. It is a trinity. No real bonus. Berserks. We're going to make them slightly better than the last because you get 3 of them. Assuming that these two don't suck. They might suck. 2 out of 5. Wisdom King. Some Burning Blade. They're not AoE, sadly. But you can use a magic lariat that only gets used once. That's kind of sad. Halt Heretic. Dread. Okay. Of course he's blessed. He's a god. Fire Shield. Spreads Dominion. Reduces enemy more quickly. Well, well, well. Interesting. But again, you've got no other bonuses. You do spread extra Dominion. Got some extra slots. It's probably a 1 out of 5 for me. Perhaps if you're really anticipating some strong enemy sacreds, and you're going to run him straight into an enemy Hellblessed with the Halt Heretic and with the Dread and with the Fire Shield, you can maybe take him as a counter pick, assuming they don't have fire resistance. We're going to say 1 out of 5, maybe 2 out of 5 as a counter pick. Devi of Good Fortunes. Once the wife of a previous Pentacrator. We get some fortune. Okay. We get some water breathing. Another luck one here, but this one gives a different kind of income gain. And you get extra lucky events. I think this is the luck pretender I'd go with. Because not only does it make... It just makes its own lucky events. Right? Per candle chance. I assume per province you'd want to test it out. But, I mean, just get yourself up to luck 5, get free gems. You could actually flex on this. You know, still, I'm not sure if economic pretenders are really viable, but if there is one, I feel like this might be it. Because it's not just going to make you money. It's going to make you combat power with these magic items and these gems. It's going to make you literal combat power. I don't know. Maybe I just like luck too much. I'm going to say a 3 out of 5, maybe a 4 out of 5. Let's say 3 out of 5. It's still economy, basically. The chassis itself doesn't bring a lot to the table. Phew. Give ourselves a second here, gents, as we stare at the Devi of Darkness. Alright. We've got a 4-armed divinity with a horrible appearance. Again, some special weapons. Fear 10. How come that other, like, immobile idol gets Fear 20 and this only gets Fear 10? You can search blood sites. That's cute. Solar Eclipse. And you get +4 morale. This might be relevant. A lot of people like to take different fear stuff in Sparks. But, It's good. Decent prot. Not great, no invulnerability. You could get a better bless than this. Are you really gonna have her standing around casting Bowl of Blood? No, hopefully not, that's stupid. Yeah, 2 out of 5. Nataraja. Very similar, all of these. Now, Celestial Music is actually a good spell to cast during battles, more than Solar Eclipse even. And you get free stuff, and you get free stuff, and you can call more free stuff. Okay. Never seen it before. I'm gonna say 4 out of 5. You got a Fire Shield. It can probably fight when you slap some armor on, and all these summons. And Celestial Music is pretty damn good. I forget exactly what it does. I think it either entrances or makes people fall asleep on the enemy team, but both could probably use to expand once you slap some armor on with the Fire Shield, and you can probably win big battles with Celestial Music and free stuff, especially if you need these paths. Yeah, 4 out of 5. Prosperity. Okay. Yeah, I don't understand this one. No thanks. Basically nothing. It's a trinity. Yeah, I don't get it. 1 out of 5. Strength. Devi of Strength. See, here's a lot nicer than 4 morale, I think. I would just put the 4 morale in my bless and take this stuff. The Mount is stealthy, but she's not. I wonder if she is actually stealthy. She is not stealthy, so you got the Fear 10. They can't berserk against you. Invulnerable 20, so this prot's actually pretty good with the invulnerable 20. But the Mount is not invulnerable. It does have protection 18. 3 out of 5, workable. The bless bonus is nice. By the way, if you're a disciple, in a disciples game, you still get these bless bonuses, but only for you. Yeah, 3 out of 5, workable. She needs a hat, and she needs some armor. Demi-Lich, ugh, our favorite. So he's probably the best in vanilla, but really not that great in Sparks. Your Prophet can become D4. The Adventure Site is cute. Long Dead are garbage, but I mean, sure, you get some. Skull Mentor is cute. He is still immortal. He is invulnerable 30 now. I don't believe he was before. I think he was like 25 or 20 before. Still, possibly even less hit points. Didn't he have 6 before? That sucks. Yeah, you know what? He's still immortal. He's definitely workable, honestly, because he's still the Demi-Lich. And he does have these little bonuses. We're gonna have to give him a 3 out of 5 because he's definitely still workable. He's still immortal, you know. Ooh, and that's all Dominion 3. Okay. Let's keep it moving. These are a little bit easier to assess as we keep going here. Terracotta Emperor. Have actually seen this one win a game, and I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 5. Yeah, the starting army is good. These free spawn are good. They're mindless. They're resistant. You keep getting more from your fucking forts. You just get a lot of these guys, and they're not. Don't get me wrong, they're not amazing. You just get a ton of them, and they're all free. You're like an MA Armor if MA Armor was good and got good units. You instead get good ones. Yeah, the Terracotta Chariots trample really well. They're good. It's good. Next. Okay, this one's interesting. Kappa are not bad units. It tramples. It's got 30 friggin' prot, although I believe it might reduce in the winter. No, just hit points. Kappa Mage. Kappa Provinces. Yeah, right, you're not going to find many of those. But you can get some, which could be sometimes you might not like this all the time. And eventually, I suppose it happens to all your coastal provinces, so. And the Kappa aren't so good on land. Still, good expander. Funny. Fun. 2. Could make it work. If only it didn't have New Magic Path 80. It would be a little bit better. This guy. Whoa, so look at all these attacks. 2 attacks on each of them. 6 attacks total. Yeah, he's scary. He comes with this special Caster Confusion Berserk +3. And he can get some gems and units and a throne. And he's got Fear 5. He's a population killer, kind of sucks. 3 hats. You can take the strong sake off. What does he bring to the table? He's just an expander, basically. I guess you could. He's an expander, and it'd be nicer if, you know, the confusion is very thematic. We're gonna have to say 2 out of 5, though. I feel like you could get a better strong expander. For example, the White Tiger of the West. He summons Sacred White Tigers, that's cool. You get growth scale with White Tigers and luck if you just place them around. And he's stealthy, which is awesome in Fear 10. He's probably actually just better at expanding, to be frank. Give him a hard skin or something. He's ready to go, plus he's stealthy. Yeah, this guy... a little bit of economy, too. Yeah, I think, I haven't seen it play out too much. I think it's a 4 out of 5. It might be a 3 out of 5. I guess he's not really that impressive, but I like the stealth. The stealth lets you dodge a lot of stuff and do plays with him. So, I value stealth pretty highly. Dragon King. So you get Region, you turn into LA Joman with this guy, basically. He got Fear, he got Awe, he flies. He moves really far, probably, yeah, 34. Region are good. Are they good enough? They are good. It's only in one province, though. So we gotta give him 3 out of 5 at best. Dragon of the East. Wow, we gain population. Yeah, whatever, so we don't care. He's an economy, but at least he does have a lot of resistances and fear. Not really quite enough protection to expand, probably. We'll put him at a 3 out of 5. No, it's honestly probably a 2 out of 5. You're going to get run over by somebody. Maybe if you really pick the right nation. The Bird of the South. So you get some free gems in heat scale. Your Bless gets a free fire and shock. That's some value right there. And per luck, you get province income. And then this guy has a ton of attacks, so he actually can kind of fight with Prot 16 too. He's got 3 Awe. He's a Sieger. Firepower. Strength of the Summer. Patrol. They threw a lot of tags on this bad boy. And he flies. I like the fire and shock res for free on the Bless. And a little bit of economy. And some extra gems too. 3 out of 5. On to the next. Okay. Bodhisattva of Mercy. Let's see. We get Enlightenment. So your commanders can go, I assume, up to Holy 5, which is something you can't get otherwise easily. We got a Dominion Spreader. We got some Glamour. We got a Bless bonus. See, you can get +4 morale, or you can get +4 MR and +4 morale. 80 for new paths. How expensive are you? 180, cheaper for the nation. And you can paralyze undead with this Throne Sutra. For the right nation, I think a 4 out of 5 here. If you can really flex this holy power, and this is a lot of magic resistance. +4 magic resist, +4 morale, you're protected against morale plays and magic plays pretty well. You'd want to have a lot of sacreds with this bad boy. Moving on. Monkey King. Immortal. We love that. Pretty cool. Gets a lot of helpers. Nice scale bonuses, hopefully. Causes unrest. You're going to want to have an unrest type nation here. There's not that many Atavi provinces. You can gain lucky events. Doesn't seem very good to me. It is Immortal. Immortal's cool. Kind of like a worse Demilich, isn't it? To be honest. Because the new paths are too expensive. 2 out of 5. Okay, the Celestial Fox. Very cool. Little sprite here. Summons Fox Spirits. Do not know how good these are. But they give Fortune, and they give Unrest. And I bet they probably don't fight that well, to be honest. And They can become commanders, but not very often. They become spies, and they get a fair amount of paths, maybe. Possibly. Definitely not a super combatant here. We do research well. I would love to see someone do well, but I'm going to have to give it a 1 out of 5. I don't think these numbers are enough. I mean, maybe these fox spirits, it's just economy. It's economy that gives you unrest, which unrest is really bad for the economy. Even a little bit of unrest is horrible for the economy. Yeah, gonna have to say 1 out of 5. Too bad, because it looks cool. Very thematic. Heavenly Sage. Okay, we got a Mason. It heals disease, too. It's immortal, too. It flies, too. We like all these things. It's a healer and a disease healer. Get some Celestial Hounds. Okay. And you get some free Celestial Hounds. New Magic Pass 40 kind of sucks. So this guy might be like a better version of the Demi-Lich. You can kind of get some more here. Not immobile. Improve your forts. Probably a 4 out of 5. This seems good to me. On the right nation. Something where you can use this healing, you can use this Mason to really increase and ramp up. Something where the Celestial Hounds, I think they're sacred. Where you can leverage those. It seems like he does a lot. And he's immortal, so you can crank these paths up and teleport him in to do something horrible in battles. I'm not sure what. Teleport and bone grind or some bullshit. Okay, Phoenix. The Phoenix. Did he get made into a workable pretender? Only all one. He is immortal. Big heat, the firepower. He gets another one. Cast Phoenix Fire. He explodes. Your priests get awe and an extra life. He's probably workable. The new magic pass at 30 is nice. You could definitely flex and do another path. Not much protection, but I guess you're planning to, make him a bomb, probably. You're planning to make him a bomb, and probably you want to make your priests a bomb too or something. I don't know. Gimmicky. Well, let's be generous and say a 3 out of 5, maybe. Earth Serpent. This has got to be one of the best Sparks pretenders. Definitely one of my favorites. I mean, you can read this page for yourself here. Just read the bottom. The Earthquake is cute. He expands. The Fear is cute. The Siege bonus 100. At the end of the day, you probably can't pick him because you can't destroy your own fort on turn 1. You have a 1 in 5 chance to destroy your own capital fort on turn 1. If you're ready to take that roll of the dice, feel free. Potentially in a Disciples game, but you better be careful anytime. You just can't move them on your own forts. I mean, you could rush them at an opponent's fort. Would love to see it. But really, can you take the 1 in 5 chance that you lose the game? I mean, I guess you can. Just concede. Say, hey guys, come take my capital. It's destroyed. One of the best, though, for sure. I would play him in single player. Oh, yeah, I didn't say. 1 out of 5. Sorry, Earth Snake. Okay, here we get some +4 MR. He has a friend. He spreads Dominion and he researches. Ooh, lots of good stuff here, He's a Drain guy. You're not going to get to the Nexus. Sorry, this sucks. Who cares? 2 out of 5. We're going to go through the Takara list pretty quick. Okay, I like defense better. Sucks. Sacred White Elephant. Sometimes not very many. You're not going to get many. At least you get a useful thing sometimes. I'm still going to say 2 out of 5. Let's see if any of these can break 2 out of 5. Relief, okay. Nope, it's not enough. 2 out of 5. Relief is not enough to break them out of this. Awe 3, okay, here's something actually useful. I guess they're all immortal too. And there's some Sun Awe and stuff here. This guy's slightly better. Maybe we'll say 3 out of 5 for this one. Awe 3 is a bit more valuable. Air Shield 50, if you control Gilgate. Yeah, right. Sure. This guy's like more garbage. He's 1 out of 5. I don't like it at all. What does a new magic pass cost? 80. Is that the same for all these guys? Woof! Woof! That's a nice steep penalty to them. Maybe downgrade all these guys even more. The Worm. He only costs 40. But new magic paths cost 160. You just get any. You're not supposed to get any anyways. Kind of funny. He starts with 10%, Fear 5, goes underwater, resists everything, basically. A little bit. And I think the crush is, yeah, armor piercing. Interesting choice. He gives some scale bonus. I think this is a 3 out of 5, in that you could take him on a Scales Nation. Just crank your scales to the maximum. You don't want any bless, so you don't care about this new magic path. He has new magic, whatever. He's pretty scary just by virtue of being a worm. You know, he's got protection 20 here to begin with. I might be overrating him a bit. No magic paths is pretty garbage. You'd want him awake, of course. You could make it work, though. This would be pretty scary to see coming at you, backed up by some full skills armies on, like, turn 12. Solar Eagle. Okay. Interesting. We got all 3, better than all 1. Heat 9 is a lot of heat. Flying, siege bonus, yada yada. Can't do the usual stuff. Starts with the Forbidden Light in the Treasury. So this is a cool item. It gives you, I think, +2 Astral, +2 Fire Magic right from the start. However, whoever uses it attracts horrors, they just kill them. You can make a play with it. Protection 18 is probably, with some buffs or something, good enough to... Not really quite good enough to expand on its own. I mean, you cast the Solar Brilliance in battle, so you burn people's eyes out with it, basically. More of an anti-army, though, than an expansion or anything like that. I suppose you can expand. Probably Solar Brilliance is enough to expand, actually. We'll say 3 out of 5. It could be a 4 out of 5 if you came up with something really good to do with the Forbidden Light, like early. I don't know what that would be. But slap it on somebody and start doing some damage with it somehow. If you had some kind of national spell that takes Fire and Astral you want to cast early. I think I'm stretching here. But it can probably expand. And maybe it's not quite a 3 out of 5, but I could see it working pretty okay. I mean, you can definitely mess up some armies with the Solar Brilliance. Yeah, we're going to stick with 3 out of 5. Okay. The Raven of the Underworld is next. This one seems kind of like a better version. It doesn't do Solar Brilliance right away, but it eats corpses and gets strong, gets more magic, gets Doom, eventually reanimates and summons some free spawn. You know, nice fear. It's stealthy. See, we're not stealthy, but here, we're stealthy. Anything that hits it gets cursed. Yeah, this bad boy can probably be pretty crazy. Run up the research tree for a Soul Vortex and see if someone can even make an army that stops him. Okay, I would say I haven't seen it. I've thought about playing it. My guess is it's a 4 out of 5. Maybe it's not quite that good. Night Hunter. So here's something actually useful. You get blood magic for all your priests, and you get beast bats, and you get dark vision, and it can hunt really well itself. It's like Blood Searcher 1 million, yeah. This is probably a 5 out of 5 if you take it on the nation, because you can turn your nation into a blood nation. And also you get the free sacred beast bats, these are sacred. And you get the dark vision. I think it's a 5 out of 5. I haven't seen it played yet. Maybe I'll downgrade it one day when I see it actually played and it sucks somehow. It even has 20 protection for some reason. Kind of insulting to these non-bird things that have like 16 protection. You'd think a bird wouldn't really have that much. It's like armored feathers. Return King. This guy seems bad to me. I just don't want Long Dead and Soulless, and you have to have death scales too. Holy 2 is nice for some undead nations. I mean, you could probably like... Maybe if you have one of the free spawn undead nations. I'm not seeing it. I don't know. Can't even teleport. He's stuck to his throne. Plus, his sprite's not really very good, honestly. Compared to the other ones, let's be honest, he's not looking great. 1 out of 5. Ghost King. Okay, we get some starting army. That's good. Got nice fear. Not very nice. Invulnerable. A bunch of weaknesses. He is stealthy, at least. I love the stealthy, but a bunch of weaknesses. Like Spirit Form, one of the worst weaknesses. He can call 3 ghosts. I don't know if I'd spend his turns calling just ghosts. You'd kind of want a better unit than that. know, you get more ghosts. Ghosts have spirit form too, though. They're just not really that great anymore in Dominion 6. I feel like he doesn't have enough. It's, you'd want to pick something else for free spawn. 1 out of 5. Master Ledge. See, here's an actually good chassis, though. Get this Field of the Dead, which is not great, but it's probably still better than getting free spawn Long Dead. You get some free spawn Long Dead too, though, or Soulless or whatever. But he is immortal, and he's good at researching now for some reason. And he's a vulnerable 25 instead. He gets the Wraith Crown that summons a lot of guys too and makes him ethereal. Ethereal? Ethereal? Yeah, definitely gonna be workable. I mean, always has been a good chassis. Always has been. Goes underwater. No prot, whatever, he's ethereal now apparently. More of a caster though, really. Yeah, take him dormant. Gotta be at least a 3 out of 5. I mean, I don't think that much of the abilities, but the chassis is still good and has been made slightly better with this free Wraith Crown and the free Adept Researcher. And, you know, this is going to eventually pay off in some kind of battle. It's going to make a bunch of garbage for your enemies to fight with the Field of Dead. Yeah, alright. On to... finally, this has been a long recording. On to Dominion 1. We've got the Master. Okay. He gets Battle Fortune. Dang. Okay. Pretty cool. Cast Ritual as well. He upgrades your... This is TNG only, I think. Upgrades your Celestial Masters to H3. Pretty decent. And he creates whatever the fuck these are. Who knows? You know... He flies, too. That's nice. 2 out of 5. It's good. Holy 3 is good. Big Rituals are good. He makes some stuff. I don't think he makes enough, or does enough. 2 out of 5. Divine Sage Empress. Whoa, she got a lot of buddies. Little buddies there. Stealthy. You know I love that stealthy. And a spy. And just makes 100 gold. See, like, isn't this ship probably just as good as a lot of the economic guys? I mean, not really, but like it kind of is, because it just starts out that way from the start. And nice paths, and cheap other paths. Elemental paths increased by 1, so you can go like Earth, Air, and get those boosted too. You get a bunch of Imperial Guard. Oh, and you get another 50 gold, 10 resources. See, like if you wanted to go economy, I feel like this has got to be a better one. Yeah, you get permanent gold resource. Misfortune scales providing them. Random. Because also you could get a big old bless here. Go dormant maybe. Get a big old elemental bless. And then she can friggin' sneak into the enemy capital and pop out randomly and cast a horrible spell. No hit points. She doesn't wear anything apparently. It looks like she's wearing something, but apparently she's naked. Yeah, I think this is a workable economic pretender. Probably 3 out of 5. Maybe 4 out of 5 even for this one. This seems. You also get some, you know, combat power too when she wakes up. And you know, if you pick one of these Dominion 3, obviously you're going for something kind of blessy or economic. So I think she'd be a fine chassis for a big old bless with the elemental path bonus. I'm not sure if this applies. Hold on, let's see really fast. Does that apply to our bless? Does not apply to our bless, but you know, still pretty good paths. The classic Frostfather. Oh yes, we love him. Used to be the best in Dom 5. He's still kind of the best in Dom 6. Is he the best in Sparks? Well, Unfrozen are very strong, and you get 2 free water gems, and he gets Death now, which is cute. And he summons Unfrozen each month, which is good. And he can call lords and mages. He did get nerfed a little on his magic paths. New paths, not as easy to get anymore. But if you want these 3 paths, the Unfrozen are very strong. They're free. You could do a strong bless. You could probably roll over somebody. Well, it's not that many Unfrozen. If you rolled 6 of them, you'd be kind of upset with that. But he summons them each month. 4 out of 5. I think he's probably very good as far as these Dom 1 chassis go. The Pure One. I think this is also TNG. specific. So you get all the paths, but they only get some of them. I don't know, this seems garbage to me. 1 out of 5. Why would you pick it? At least you get a benefit with other stuff. Drake Breeder. Okay. An adept researcher. He's a beastmaster with tight reign. Cute. And you get drakes. And you can get more drakes and more dragons. And you can spawn them. I'd love to see it. I don't think it's enough. 2 out of 5. They're just not, they're fine units. They're not that great, and you don't get that many. Stone Magus. He's a mason. He can make living statues and gargoyles. Probably not good enough. Probably not good enough. 2 out of 5. Great Sage. Okay, he's great at researching. He's really good at researching. He makes libraries to make more research. You can make alquils. These guys get Holy One, who cares? Useless. I think it's a 1 out of 5. You can get some bonus research on other stuff where it's actually going to be more helpful. Crone. So you do get Record of Creation, which is good. You can find all the magic sites, and she is stealthy, so you can move her around searching for magic sites. Is that going to beat the other stuff we've been looking at, folks? No, it's not. 1 out of 5. Freak Lord. Now, this guy's actually interesting. Starts with Blood 4. Summons freaks. Bonus to blood magic, obviously. Yeah. Blood discount, and you can get blood mages. He's kind of like a version of the Night Hunter. But maybe he's not quite as good, although he does teach blood magic up to Blood 3. Playable, for sure, I think. I mean, freaks and crossbreeds are not really that good, but he got Blood 4. That's worth a lot. You get this discount, too. I feel like you pick this guy if you already have a Blood Nation. And you do get... You're never going to get the crossbreeding manual. I mean... I want to say it's a 3 out of 5, but maybe it's a 2 out of 5. It could be good on a Blood Nation where you're going to rush blood. You get some high candles, you're going to rush blood. Like, you know, on Abyssia or something, you could teach your apprentice warlocks up if you're never going to recruit those. But you know, you get the idea. You get the idea. Master Enchanter. I think this one's just not that great. You get some enchantment discount. You get some free mages. It's stealthy. You do get Enslaved Mind, so maybe the Enslaved Mind is good enough to bring him up. No, I don't. We're gonna give him at least a 2 out of 5 for mostly for the Enslaved Mind. You'd have to make some good. He is stealthy with Enslaved Mind, so you could like pop him up and enslave something crazy. But this is just not enough. Archmage, okay. Free labs, that's cool. Really great paths. Look at that shit. 2222, amazing. But new paths are 60, so you can't go into the sorcery paths. You can recruit. Little economic bonus here. He's old though. He's too old. 569. Nice, years old. It's not good enough. It's not good enough, especially with the new Magic Path 60. You're going to get run over by somebody. 1 out of 5. Last but not least, the Great Enchantress. Now, she can't enslave minds, can she? Oh, she feeble minds. Oof. I don't think you really want her up close to someone trying to smack them to feeble mind them, because you never know. She makes glamour gems. She makes your army invisible. Increases your sorcery paths. Gets some starting commander. Nope. It's another... Well, new path 10 at least. I think it's another 1 out of 5. I just don't think it brings enough to the table for you. Alrighty. Phew. And I meant to go over a little bit more, but now that we've finished TNG, I think I will, if this is received well, I'm going to go ahead and break it off here and make another video, perhaps with some of the other pantheons, other pretenders that we have missed out. We've covered a lot of the generic ones here, but Tianqi is a bit unique, so. Hope anyone who watches enjoyed, and happy Dominionsing. Peace, and I'm out.